Retatrutide is an investigational triple agonist peptide that represents a significant evolution in the pharmacological management of obesity, type 2 diabetes, T2D, and associated metabolic conditions. By simultaneously activating the receptors for glucagon-like peptide 1, GLP-1, glucose-dependent insulinotropic polypeptide, GIP, and glucagon, retatrutide achieves weight loss outcomes previously attainable only through bariatric surgery. Clinical data from Phase 2 and early Phase 3 trials, specifically the TRIUMPH program, demonstrate average body weight reductions of up to 28.7% over 68 weeks. Beyond weight loss, the drug shows profound efficacy in reducing liver fat, up to 86%, improving insulin sensitivity, and providing significant relief for weight-related comorbidities such as knee osteoarthritis and potentially chronic kidney disease, CKD. While its safety profile is consistent with other incretin-based therapies, primarily characterized by dose-dependent gastrointestinal GI side effects, it also features unique cardiovascular signals, such as a transient increase in resting heart rate. Regulatory approval for obesity in the United States is anticipated by approximately 2027. One triple hormone mechanism of action. Retatrutide differentiates itself from predecessors like semaglutide, a single GLP-1 agonist, and tirzepatide, a dual GLP-1/GIP agonist, by targeting three distinct metabolic pathways. The triple agonist framework, GLP-1 receptor. Foundational to the class, this pathway slows gastric emptying and suppresses appetite, inducing a prolonged feeling of fullness. GIP receptor acts as a hype man for GLP-1, enhancing the post-meal insulin response and further driving satiety. It also uniquely stimulates adipose tissue blood flow, which may buffer against fat accumulation. Glucagon receptor, the secret sauce of retatrutide. Unlike appetite suppression pathways, glucagon activation nudges up resting energy expenditure and promotes fat oxidation, lipolysis. It essentially tells the liver to release and burn stored energy, contributing to steeper weight loss curves. The metabolic reset. Activation of these three receptors creates a synergistic effect. Adiponectin increase enhances the body's ability to metabolize glucose and fat. Substrate utilization increases levels of beta-hydroxybutyrate, a marker of fatty acid oxidation, indicating the body is actively burning fat as fuel. Appetite. Paradox. Some clinical observations suggest that while retatrutide might offer slightly less crushing appetite suppression than tirzepatide, it produces superior weight loss because the glucagon pathway mobilizes fat independently of caloric restriction. 2. Clinical efficacy and weight loss data. Retatrutide has demonstrated superior efficacy in head-to-head network meta-analyses and clinical trials compared to earlier generation drugs. Weight reduction outcomes. In the Phase 2 trial, over 48 weeks, participants receiving the 12 mg dose achieved an average weight loss of 24.2%. In the TRIUMPH-4 trial, which lasted 68 weeks, participants taking the 12 mg dose experienced an average weight loss of 28.7%, equivalent to approximately 71.2 pounds, 32.3 kilograms. Those receiving the 9 mg dose achieved an average weight loss of 26.4%, or approximately 64.2 pounds, 29.1 kilograms. In the Phase 2 diabetes trial, participants taking the 12 mg dose achieved an average weight loss of 16.9% at 36 weeks. Speed of weight loss. By 24 weeks, patients receiving higher doses of retatrutide achieved approximately 17.3% to 17.5% weight reduction. Responder rates. In the Phase 2 study, all participants, 100%, receiving the 12 mg dose achieved at least 5% weight loss, while 83% achieved more than 15% weight loss by 48 weeks. Stratification. Clinical data indicate that weight loss efficacy is notably higher in female participants and in individuals with a baseline body mass index, BMI, of 35 or greater. Impact on comorbidities. In the TRIUMPH-4 trial, retatrutide significantly improved symptoms of knee osteoarthritis, reducing Western Ontario and McMaster University's Osteoarthritis Index, WOMAC, pain scores by an average of 75.8%. By the end of the trial, more than 1 out of every 8 patients reported being completely free from knee pain. Among patients with type 2 diabetes, treatment with the 12 mg dose reduced hemoglobin A1C, HbA1c, levels by up to 2.0 percentage points after 24 weeks. For patients with metabolic dysfunction-associated steatotic liver disease, MASLD, retatrutide produced a 75% to 86% reduction in liver fat, with up to 86% of patients achieving normal liver fat levels. 3. Physiological and cardiovascular markers. Retatrutide influences fundamental metabolic health markers beyond simple weight reduction. Insulin sensitivity. Clinical studies have shown that fasting insulin levels can decrease by up to 71% following treatment with retatrutide. In addition, homeostatic model assessment 2 of insulin resistance, HOMA2-IR, a measure of insulin resistance, improved by nearly 70%. Lipid profile. Retatrutide has also demonstrated significant improvements in several cardiovascular risk markers. Triglyceride levels were reduced by up to 41%. Apolipoprotein B, ApoB, an important marker of cardiovascular risk, decreased by up to 24%. Non-high-density lipoprotein, non-HDL, cholesterol was reduced by up to 27%. Blood pressure. In certain Phase 3 analyses, high-dose retatrutide lowered systolic blood pressure by an average of 14.0 millimeters of mercury. Kidney function, transcend-CKD. Research is ongoing to better understand a transient initial decrease in estimated glomerular filtration rate, eGFR, that is followed by a return to baseline. One hypothesis suggests that reducing perirenal fat relieves mechanical compression on the kidneys, thereby improving long-term hemodynamic function. 4. Safety and side effect. Profile. While effective, retatrutide's triple action can amplify certain side effects. Common adverse events. The most frequently reported adverse events are gastrointestinal, GI in nature, affecting approximately 60% to 80% of users receiving higher doses. Symptoms include nausea, reported in up to 63% of some study cohorts, diarrhea, vomiting, and constipation. These side effects are generally dose-dependent and most commonly occur during the dose escalation phase. A unique characteristic of retatrutide is a dose-dependent increase in resting heart rate, averaging 5 to 10 beats per minute. This effect typically reaches its peak at approximately 24 weeks before gradually declining. Injection site reactions, including redness and itching, occur in approximately 5% to 15% of patients. Dysesthesia, an abnormal sensation such as tingling or burning, was reported in 8.8% to 20.9% of participants in phase 3 clinical trials. And these events were generally mild and rarely resulted in treatment discontinuation. Serious risks. Cases of pancreatitis and biliary disorders occurred in less than 1% of clinical trial participants. Cardiac arrhythmias were reported in approximately 6% of patients receiving retatrutide, compared with approximately 3% of participants receiving a placebo. Discontinuation rates. In high-dose phase 3 clinical trials, treatment discontinuation due to adverse events ranged from approximately 12.2% to 18.2%. These discontinuations were often strongly correlated with baseline body mass index, BMI, and participants' perception of excessive weight loss. 5. Treatment protocol and management. To ensure tolerability, retatrutide requires a strict administration and titration schedule. Dosage and titration. Standard protocols recommend a start low, go slow approach to help minimize gastrointestinal GI side effects. The initial dose is typically 1 to 2 milligrams once weekly. Some clinicians advise dividing the weekly dose into 2 injections per week instead of 1. For example, if the prescribed dose is 2 milligrams per week, it may be administered as 1 milligram twice weekly, with the injections spaced a few days apart. The dose is then increased every 4 weeks, progressing through 2 milligrams, 4 milligrams, 6 milligrams, and 8 milligrams, up to a maximum of 12 milligrams per week. Retatrutide is administered as a once-weekly subcutaneous injection into the abdomen, thigh, or upper arm. Once hydrated, the medication must be refrigerated at 2 to 8 degrees Celsius, 36 to 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Mitigation strategies. To reduce gastrointestinal side effects, patients are advised to eat smaller, protein-forward meals, avoid high-fat foods, and remain upright after eating. Maintaining proper hydration is also important. Steady sipping of fluids rather than consuming large amounts quickly may help reduce the risk of triggering vomiting. Regular monitoring is recommended throughout treatment, including tracking morning pulse, waist circumference, and metabolic laboratory markers, such as glucose, insulin, and liver fat. 6. Competitive landscape and regulatory timeline. Compared with other leading weight loss medications, retatrutide has demonstrated the greatest average weight loss potential. At its maximum studied dose, retatrutide produces approximately 24% to 29% average weight loss, compared with approximately 21% to 22.5% for tirzepatide and approximately 15% for semaglutide. The reported nausea rate is approximately 63% for retatrutide, compared with 32% for tirzepatide and 44% for semaglutide. Retatrutide is also associated with an average resting heart rate increase of approximately 9 beats per minute, compared with approximately 8 beats per minute for tirzepatide and approximately 7 beats per minute for semaglutide. Timeline for availability. Several phase 3 TRIUMPH clinical studies are scheduled for primary completion in May 2026. A realistic timeline for United States Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approval and commercial launch is currently estimated to be 2027. However, retatrutide is available now. The TRIUMPH Outcomes study, which includes approximately 10,000 participants, is evaluating the long-term cardiovascular and renal effects of retatrutide and is expected to be completed in 2029. 7. Critical considerations and warnings. Gray market risks. Clinicians strongly caution against purchasing retatrutide from unapproved online or international sources. These products carry risks of inconsistent dosing, heavy metal toxicity, and contaminants. Use physician-recommended sources. Contraindications. Not recommended for individuals with a family history of medullary thyroid carcinoma, MTC, or multiple endocrine neoplasia type 2, MEN2. Patients with type 1 diabetes or recent major cardiac events within 90 days are generally excluded. Muscle mass maintenance. Rapid weight loss poses a risk of lean mass loss. Monitoring via DEXA scans or EchoLite, preferred non-radiation, consuming adequate protein, and implementing resistance training are essential to maintain muscle mass.